Happy Thursday, everyone. It's your girl Vocal with AJ Reese on this Thursday evening. So, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I hope your day was good. Even if it wasn't, tomorrow will be better. We just going to speak that into existence, okay? So, I know we talked about last time about, toxic relationships and different things like that. So, I wanted to kind of finish touching on some things about toxic relationships and being able to know the signs and what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes we can do all that, and guess what? People are still going to do what they do. They're still going to make the decision to stay or whatever. But we can never say we didn't have what we needed or whatever in order to get out of what's not good for us. So I was looking at the common red flags of toxic relationships when you're in an abusive relationship. Remember, abuse comes in all kind of forms. It can be so subtle. When I say subtle, start off with something real small, really not that known or evident with the eye, the natural eye, not easily picked up on like that or whatever. So one of them is overly controlling behavior. Overly controlling behavior is a common red flag. People that try to control your movements, decisions, or beliefs are more concerned about what they want than what is best for you. How many times have we came across people that want to be controlling? Controlling. We are not called to control anybody but ourselves. We're called to manage our own conduct and behavior. It is not for you to sit and feel like you got to control somebody else to get them to do what you want them to do. That is not God. God gives us free will. That is not how God operates. That is not how he moves. He is a gentleman. He is very concerned about man or woman, boy or girl, toddler, newborn, baby, infant. It doesn't matter. The elderly, he is concerned. He's even concerned about the animals. It's in his word. So in a healthy relationship, there is compromise and understanding around differences. So, prime example, there are times that my husband and I, we have our differences, but we come to a common ground. We come to a common ground. We have to come to a common ground. We're not going to see eye to eye on everything. We're not going to see everything the same. But I can respect you enough, and he can respect me enough that guess what? We don't see eye to eye, but this is how I see it. This is how you see it. That's something that should be done. Not somebody telling you you gonna do what I said and you're going to see it the way I see it and that's going to be the end of it. No, 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 no. That's not how we do things. Not one person controls the other person's action. We are giving one another the freedom and the liberty to voice how they may be feeling or whatever they may be doing. How many times do we come across, even with friends? Sometimes they want to try to control you, tell you what they don't want you to do, or what they don't want you to say or see, or what. No, 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 no. Not a good thing. It's just not a good thing. So those are, that's one of a common red flag, that overly controlling. You telling your wife, I've seen, actually, I like to look at a lot of like the wedding shows, say yes to the dress and all this other stuff. I have literally seen brides come into the store with their fiance. And in my head, I'm like, why is he there? And they like, well, he want to make sure I pick out the right dress. He want me in the right dress. He wants to choose what he wants me to wear. Not happening. My husband will tell you, when I went to go look for my gown, I took my mother and I took my mother-in-law. And on the phone was one of my best, dearest friends. Because during that time, it was still that whole COVID pandemic thing going on. So I was only allowed to bring two people. But I was able to have her. I called her on virtual and she was able to see me try on those gowns or whatever. So it made me feel good because she was still there. It may have been virtually, but she was still there, just like I was there for her when she picked out her gown. So again, my husband was not there. He was my fiance at the time, but he was not there. Why do you need to be there? You don't. But guess what? He didn't have a desire to be there either. And even if he did, it was still a no for me. Okay. So, Miss Ma'am, Mr. Sir, as Taya always say. I laugh every time I say that. So, number two, lack of trust. Trust is an important foundation in any healthy relationship. A major sign of an unstable relationship is when partners, friends, colleagues, or family members distrust you. Of course, we all have doubts sometimes, but they shouldn't stop us from trusting the people in our lives to do the right thing. Healthy relationship requires trust on both sides. It does. Lack of trust. Apparently, there is something that has been done that have caused one or more parties not to trust one another. I can honestly say, I don't trust some relatives. I don't. Not at all. Not as far as I don't see them. I don't trust them. There are just some things they have done morally that have caused me to see not just one occasion, but more than one occasion, you're not trustworthy. I don't trust you. There are things you do that I don't like how you move. You're messy. You get down messy. I'm tired of hearing your name in a lot of stuff. So, you see what I'm saying? So, it's not just with a relationship with a significant other. There are people in our lives that we just can say honestly, no, I don't trust you. And for some, it may take them a lifetime to build that trust up. But in relationships, we should equally be able to trust one another, not in my presence, but it's what you do in my absence that will let me know what you're doing and how you get down. I tell people, I don't need you face to face. Oh, you can trust me. First of all, you don't have to go around telling people you can trust them or they can trust you. It should be automatically, your word should be bond. Me and my cousin Toya, we always say, your word should be solid bond. Like I said, if it's something I cannot do for you, I will let you know, listen, I thought I could, I can't. How can I make this part up? Can I still send, let's say I decided I wanted to make you a food dish and I say I was coming to your event, but I can't make your event. I'm going to still make your dish. Can I drop it off to you earlier? Or whatever. Something came up that has caused me not to be able to be there. That's somebody, you showing somebody they can trust you. But when you can move messy and can care less how that person feel, I'm going to give y'all a prime example. You know me, I'm your girl. I'm going to get down transparent in the trenches. As my son always say, we came from the trenches. Prime example. This may be TMI, so what? During, people get really funny and crazy during tax season. They want to be looking for dependents and all that. My kid's father asked me if he could claim the children. So this one particular year, I said, sure. I said, you can claim them, but I need you to do this and this. That's all I ask. I don't want for anything. I'm good. But just make sure you take care of them with this and that. There were two different assignments I gave him within that. Yeah, I got you. Well, if I got you as a person, I trust my deceased cats more than I don't trust that person. Never live up to their word. Never follow through with what they're going to say. Always a lie. And then the thing that really gets me going with people, when you're not a man or woman of your word, and then you go off the radar, you don't explain why you didn't do it. You just don't. And then in your mind, you just figure, well, they'll figure it out when they realize I didn't. Where do we do stuff like that? Why is that even okay? I'm going to tell you something. I invited my mother. I was being installed as, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't as, what I am now, an evangelist, but it was something else at another church I was going to just briefly for that moment. And I invited her. And she said, okay, I'll come. Never came. She never came. She never called. Nothing. I was very hurt and disappointed again, as usual, because it's here you go off to the races doing something else outside of what you told me you were going to do. I'm one of them people, I don't ask you for much, but when I ask you to support me, that's what I'm expecting. And especially when I'm supporting you in return. But to not even call me to say like, hey, I couldn't make it for whatever reason. Never even expressed it. And I had to let her know how I felt. And I told her, I said, that was wrong. That was wrong and it was very ill of you. And, she apologized, but it was almost one of them, well, like, well, Dad, well, I had, no, Miss Ma'am. That's not what we do. What we do is own your stuff because I wouldn't have left you hanging like that, especially after I told you, that I would come or I would support you. And that's the thing for me where I'm at with trust with people. I don't trust people like that. I'm not that trusting anymore. There were times when I would trust everybody and just take their word for it. And then I keep saying the total opposite. But yet I can be loyal. I can be trustworthy. I can be there and have your back. And it's not what I told you. It's what you see me do. You'll know I got you because you see it. It's not because I told you, you see it. I'm going to be a woman of my word. And I'm going to make sure I got your back. I'm going to make sure I'm there with you through it all. Like you are with me. But when I realized that she didn't even count it robbery and didn't even call me to say, hey, this is why I didn't make it. She down in Delaware looking at houses with my sister. I'm like, wait, what? How you go from you supposed to be supporting me to... But that's neither here nor there because that's her MO. They normally run with the favor child. And as y'all know, I'm not. So... But I'm just giving y'all, for instance, I'm not living back in the moment. I'm just sharing an experience of when it's talking about trust. And that's not the only time that she's done some off the wall stuff, but I'm just giving you an example of what that looks like. It doesn't feel good. And when people are dependent on you to be a trustworthy person, for husbands and wives, your spouse is looking for the other spouse to be trustworthy. Both spouses should have that expectation of one another. It should never be that, the spouse can go somewhere and you get word back that this person is living foul somewhere and doing foul things that's not conducive or a testament to a healthy marriage that you believe you have with that man or woman. No, absolutely not. That's why I tell people it's not what you do in front of me. It's what you do when I'm not around. That's what's going to speak volumes to other people because the enemy will come and test you in those areas. So when you have these men or these women who you think you can trust and they keep showing you that you can't, how many more signs do you need, Forrest Gump? How many? It don't make sense. Why you keep letting yourself get played like that? That's just dumb. And I'm saying that's just dumb because when you look back, again, the time we allow people to waste or spend on our time, on our dime, we can't get it back. So, again, no. I remember one time, I'm going to give y'all another for instance, and then after that, I'm going to be done because I'm going to keep going with this thing. We're going to keep talking about this stuff. Years ago, we were having something at our church that I was attending at the time that I was a member of. So the day before, it was myself and a few others that were to set everything up, decorate, set it up. So we came up with a time that we would meet at the church to do that and then be done and go home so we can get ready for the next day. Well, I was there on time. The other two participants weren't. I'm calling their phone, texting them. Either one of them not answering. They not answering. They not responding to text messages. Nothing. They came about 2.5 hours later. Never said, I'm sorry that you was waiting. I said, I've been calling y'all. Nobody answered. And they gave me this look like, and so. I said, wow. Huh. That's how we do stuff? But we say we love God, but yet we could do his people any kind of way, and we can handle affairs messy. This is the stuff I keep talking about. See, we think it's the big things. It's not always the big stuff that's evident and identified easily. No, it's the small things that will show me, oh, this how you get down. Oh, this how you do stuff. So I had an attitude. I was very hurt and very upset because you wasting my time. And then you expect me to now still wait here and help do. And I did. I did wait. I still helped decorate and everything, but I was pissed because of the simple fact of my time got wasted. And I get tired of people thinking because you're loyal, we could just do you any kind of way. I don't know where that insane logic comes from in the mindsets of people, but it just does. And they just think the more loyal you are, the more trustworthy you are, that's the more we can just do you dirty. I don't understand it, but let me tell you something, baby. You are reaping coals of fire upon your head. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you're going to get it back. Don't worry about me, because I ain't got time to be wasting to try to get you back. I'm not. Somebody out there got your name written, and they got some checks that they writing now, because they going to serve it all the way up. All's the way up. So just know that. So all you unloyal, untrustworthy people that think you could just go around being player, sister, other yeah, doing whatever at anybody's expense, just know, boo, boo, you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. Listen, it can skip you, and it can go to your kids, it can go to your grandkids. You tell God how you want it served up, and he got that for you. That recipe is yours and only yours, boo. Don't get upset. And I tell you, people who out here who like to be players, for y'all who end up having children, just know your children gonna get older and become adults and gonna end up dating a you. And a you gonna pull a you on them. And you gonna be pissed and mad and upset and looking stupid and wondering, oh, why he doing that to my daughter? Or well, didn't you do it to somebody else's daughters? Oh, how could she do that to my son? Didn't you do that to somebody else's son? In your time of being player? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, how could they do my grandchild like that? Didn't you do somebody else's child like that? We don't like that, though. We don't want to hear that kind of stuff. It's real. That's all I have for you guys. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is good. My voice is a little dry. I hope this makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed it. God bless you guys. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. I need to get these views up too. So get it out to as many people as you can. We're going to enjoy this ride, y'all. We are going to enjoy this ride. Some things is tough, but as Sister Lynn always say, it's tight, but it is right. God is not concerned about your feelings was hurt. Especially when the stuff you're doing. He wants us to get things right because he's coming back for us. So love you guys. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. Be safe, as my auntie may always say. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend, and we will reconvene, Lord willing. What? Next Tuesday with who? Your girl Vocal with AJ Reese. What? Yeah. All right, y'all. Love you. Peace.